That one's going to sting for a really long time. Texas Tech falls 84-79 in the Elite Eight, and the season's over. In today's video, we'll recap the game and why this is one of the most heartbreaking losses in Texas Tech men's basketball program history. Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's RC Maxfield here for the Back to 12 podcast, and that one stings, man. You were the better team for 38 minutes, and in the end, it doesn't matter. Tip your cap to Florida. Walter Clayton showed why he's a unanimous All-American, made critical threes late, and you left points on the board. And great teams make you pay for it, and then that's exactly what Florida did. Let me know your one word to describe Texas Tech's loss to Florida in the Elite Eight. I'm going to cheat. I don't really give a shit. Free throws. We'll talk about them. That's what did you in at the very end of this, was free throws. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know down on the pinned comment below your one word to describe this Texas Tech loss to Florida in the Elite Eight. All right, let's just go ahead and look at the stats in this one. We'll go to the team stats side of it. And simple and plain, you were shit at the free throw line. You cost yourself the game at the free throw line if you were Texas Tech. I mean, I don't think that that's a crazy thing to say. I mean, you were up late in this game. You were up late with up 6 points to be specific. And you go to the free throw line and you miss the front end of a 1-and-1. Florida goes down. Huck makes a three. Then you go down, you get fouled. It was a terrible foul, by the way, by Florida. And you go down and you miss another front end of the 1-and-1. What does Florida do? Well, Walter Clayton Jr. goes down and hits a three to tie it at 75. After that, you had zero momentum. Zero left in this game. And in the end, free throws is what did you in. I understand that there's other aspects of this game that were critical as well. But again, you were up 6 goddamn points. And you fumbled it at the free throw line. Let's go ahead and look at it. Scrolling down here for you guys, just so you can see it. There it is. You're up 6. D5 goes to the line with 2:43 remaining. You make one, you go up 7. Best case scenario, you go up 8. Worst case scenario happened. He misses the front end of the 1-and-1. As I mentioned, Hogue goes down and makes the 3. Alex Condon with a foul of JT Toppin. JT Toppin was 0 for 5 from the free throw line tonight. Is that the reason you lost? Not him specifically. It was a team issue at the free throw line. And then, of course, Walter Clayton Jr. goes down and ties it at 75. D5, to his credit, goes down and makes a layup. But at that point in time, you could feel all the momentum was with Florida in this game. And we go look at the stats from a team perspective. You can see it on your screen. It's pretty evenly split, right? We knew coming into this game, Texas Tech was going to have to take a vast amount of shots to compete with Florida. Florida is arguably the best team in the country. They proved late why that sentiment could be a reality. Texas Tech had 15 more shots than Florida. They should have won this game. But in the end, something that has hindered this team's ability at times this year, you go back to the Iowa State game. There's obviously a couple other games as well. Free throws late. It bit you in the ass at the most critical moment. You had this game in your hands, and I mean, at the end of the day, you left points at the free throw line. And I know what somebody's going to say. That's a pretty big discrepancy when it comes to the free throws there, RC. 27-13. In the end, I mean, they shot 4 late, so let's just call it 23. It shouldn't have fucking mattered, if we're being honest. Okay? D5 missed the front end of a 1-and-1. JT Toppin was 0 from the free throw line today. That's what lost you the game, it felt like, late. You had a stranglehold on them. You were up 10 in the second half. And you just can't make a free throw late. I mean, it's unbelievable. Front end of the 1-and-1, you miss 2. Even if you make one of them, this game is vastly different, people. I mean, vastly different. You would take 4 points away from Florida because they had it at the end there, free throw line. You think about it, it would be 80 up, if you missed the other free throw. But instead, you miss them, and your season's over. And I'll be honest with you, man, this one hurts. Yeah, this one hurts a lot. I know that there'll be some people in the comments, I'm sure, just being like, I told you so. Tech had no chance in this game, blah, blah, blah. Florida's the better team. I don't think anybody in Texas Tech fandom was questioning if Florida was good. But losing a game like this, in the meaning behind it, right? You have a chance to go to the second Final Four in program history. This one would be down back in Texas, right? In San Antonio. It would be a damn near home game for you in the first round or the semifinal round of the NCAA tournament. But instead, you miss some free throws late. And it sucks too because, man, I thought you played pretty damn well. You beat Florida for about 38 minutes at their own damn game, where the length of Florida, did it cause issues sometimes? Absolutely. Alex Condon is a bona fide star. Thomas Hogue made a couple of great shots. They have another big that did a serviceable job as well. But Texas Tech controlled the momentum and dictated the pace for about 80% of this game. And then you miss a couple free throws. And as I mentioned, Walter Clayton Jr. went nuclear. And got to tip your cap to him for capitalizing on those opportunities. But honestly, it never should have got there. But it did, because you couldn't make free throws. And one of the Achilles heels of Texas Tech late this year in a couple of games, I already mentioned it, the Iowa State game, in a couple of games elsewhere this season, was free throws late. And unfortunately for Texas Tech, it bit you in the ass at the worst, I mean, absolute worst possible time. Let's go ahead and look at the stats. See them on your screen right there for the Red Raiders. JT Toppin, 20 and 11, 0 for 5 from the free throw line. D5, another great game for him, 23, 5 and 1. Elijah Hawkins battled, guarding one of the best guards in the country. Walter Clayton had 9 points late in that one. And the bench played really well as well. Obviously, Chance McMillan was a huge lift off of the bench, scored 14 points. I thought KO had a couple of good moments. Fetty also had a couple of key blocks, including one right before half. But, in the end, and maybe this is a tangent, but in the end, it just sucks because, first and foremost, I enjoyed the hell out of watching this team, man. This team was one of my favorite teams to watch. In my time of being a Texas Tech fan, going over a decade, shit, man, this team was a lot of fun. And you know that this team isn't going to be the same next year, obviously, with graduating seniors in the portal and everything. But it hurts even more because the free throw line, man. Again, Florida capitalized on your mistakes. Give credit to them. But it just absolutely is a gut punch and a loss that's going to stick with me, I'm sure, with those guys on the team and a lot of other fans in Red Raider Nation for a long time, right? It's tough, man. And it's one of those things where you think about some of the moments you had here from a Texas Tech perspective, just to maybe not close out the game, but make it super difficult on Florida. And again, Walter Clayton had a couple of shots that just tip your cap, man. But some of those shots maybe shouldn't have mattered. If you just make a free throw here, make a better pass there, right? And I'm one of those guys where I absolutely hate it. And I mean, let me get the mic up here. I hate it when people say, oh, you lost this game at the free throw line. I mean, I'm going to be honest. It's hard for me not to say it right now. Just from the standpoint of those 2 1-and-1s will haunt everyone in Red Raider Nation for a long time. And the worst part about it is this. It's a kick right in that fucking nuts because D5 and JT Toppin missed them, but you're not fucking there without those two guys. Like, those two are your best players, right? And they got you to even have a chance at that moment. And damn, what a fucking season. What an absolute gut punch in terms of how it ended. Texas Tech ends their season in the Elite Eight. Florida will go on to the Final Four and play for a national title, at least a chance to play for a national title down in San Antonio. Just a fucking heartbreaker, man. Fucking heartbreaker. Give me your one word to describe Texas Tech's loss to Florida in the Elite Eight. Man. I'm going to I'm going to be replaying that last 2 minutes in my head for a very long time, and I'm sure I'm not alone in Red Raider Nation. But again, 84-79, loss for the Red Raiders to Florida in the Elite Eight. Fuck. What a year, what a team. Ton of great memories, man. It just sucks that it ended like this. All right, I'm RC Maxfield reminding you, if you want Texas Tech instant reaction and authentic takes all year long, this is the place for you. This is going to be a therapeutic type chat, I'm sure, down in the comments, because I'm just like you guys, man. That was a kick right to the damn nuts. I don't know any other way to say it. Appreciate y'all tuning in throughout this whole ride in terms of the games on the floor this year. This has been the most successful season covering basketball on this channel that I've had, and it's because of you guys, and I appreciate each and every single one of you. I truly do, but we're not done talking hoops. We'll recap the season. We'll discuss the portal and everything in between. So if you want 100% free Texas Tech content all year long with the largest group of Texas Tech fans here on YouTube, be sure to like the video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell. I'm RC Maxfield reminding you, as always, stay safe and wreck 'em goddamn Tech.